Joining me to break down the race for the White House is Ed Werder. Oh, wait, sorry, Ed. We're going to get into something far more divisive here in North Texas, and that's a Cowboys team that has stunk up the joint in the last couple of weeks of football. And look, the final score was a lot closer than I think the rest of this game indicated. But at the end of the day, in the NFL, if you can't run the football and you can't stop the run, you're going to have a hard time winning.
Those are foundational elements, both sides of the ball. And, you know, some of the characteristics that Mike McCarthy's teams have had is they dominate at home. They're the only team in the league last year to win all their home games in the regular season. They respond to a loss. They were coming off a loss. They're 12-2. Both of those things out the window now. And you're right, the run defense is where it all starts. This is a team that's built to play with a lead. Instead, they've given up 8 rushing touchdowns. That's the most in franchise history through 3 games. They gave up 274 yards rushing yesterday to the Ravens. They're giving up 557 for the season to this point, worst since 1963. Average per rush 5.5 yards per carry. That's the worst since 1979. And then you talk to players like Micah Parsons and DeMarcus Lawrence, and all they're talking about is, hey, we got to follow the game plan. We got to stay in our gaps, honor our responsibilities, and trust our teammates. Clearly, none of that's happening right now.
Well, we heard that last week, too. But you talked about the defensive side of the football. We knew that offensively, the Cowboys might have a hard time running the football as well. But bottom 5 in the league in yards per game and in yards per carry, and it doesn't look like there's any help on the way.
Yeah, and when you can't run the football, then you don't have a play-action passing game, which is what Dak Prescott does so well. You're also forcing 2 rookie offensive linemen at center and left tackle to pass protect for 50 or more throws, which is a recipe for disaster, as we saw again yesterday. I thought maybe the most interesting comments to come after the loss from the locker room, Dak Prescott saying, he's questioning the professionalism of the players. He said, us as players, we've got to be more professional, understand our jobs, understand where we're supposed to be, do that time and time again, keep our focus. I mean, I've never heard Dak Prescott speak like this, and they're only 1-2.
Well, we saw the body language on the sidelines from CeeDee Lamb, not what you want to see between a quarterback and his wide receiver, but it's not like it was just Dak. You heard Micah Parsons kind of talk about that in the locker room a little bit. It feels like, boy, if the wheels aren't off, the lug nuts are loose.
Well, you know, they're in a bad situation because they're going on the road for the next 5 weeks, starting Thursday with a short turn at the Giants. And I asked Jerry Jones after the game, did the end of the game, the fact that you guys came back the way you did, does that indicate to you that these players still buy into this coaching staff? And he said he's not worried about that. He says he has no doubt that the players trust the coaches and the coaches still trust the players. But they've got to start winning some games here pretty soon, because for 2 weeks in a row, all we've heard about is what's gone wrong, and everybody's blaming everybody else. They're throwing themselves in, including themselves as part of the problem, but you wonder just how long this could continue at this rate.
The only silver lining yesterday was the fact that they came back and made it quasi-respectable late in the 4th. But if they win on Thursday night, is all well at the Star in Frisco, or do we have some fundamental issues that we've got to keep in mind?
Well, at 1-2 under the current playoff format, only 32% of the teams have made the postseason. So, yeah, I mean, they got to play these road games coming up. They got to play San Francisco in the next month. They got to play the Lions. That's the only home game in the next month. Both those teams were top 5 in the NFL in rushing last season. And Jerry Jones has fired a head coach once in season. It was Wade Phillips. His team had just been embarrassed. They were 1-7 at the time. They had lost 5 straight games. So we're not quite to that point yet. But I think you have to be concerned about the direction this is heading and that historical note, because Jerry has set this up to where he has no financial investment in any of the coaches beyond this season. And if you start off 1-7 like Wade Phillips did, you're putting yourself in jeopardy, because a coaching change may be the only thing that can turn things around. And Jerry's demonstrated he's willing to do that. Does he want to get the players in a situation where, you know, they're questioning their accountability to the current head coaching staff? I don't think so.
Well, and fans were kind of mad before this season even began. You don't want to lose them this early on in the season, but always getting good stuff from Ed. You're going to be back with us Friday morning because we have that Thursday night game, and of course your articles are on our website at WFAN.com. Folks can hear you on the ticket as well, and it's not good for business when the Cowboys are this bad this early.
It's not. It's not good at all.
All right, thanks to Ed for hanging out with us.
They've been 1-2 since Mike McCarthy's first year here.
Well, I imagine some folks are already calling in today.